You join us tonight as we are taking up all of the cultivating jobs. We are making some really good progress in September. We've got a decent amount of cash flow. We are paying off the loan at good chunks and intervals. And honestly, I'm really happy with our progress. We're going to start with 42, and then we're going to move across to 28 and then up to field 9 as well. It shouldn't take us too long to get these cultivating jobs done. The ploughing, however, is going to take us an absolute age, and I am fully prepared and ready for that. However, it is going to look absolutely amazing because the ploughing in 25 with the base game plows, whilst tedious, is also incredibly satisfying, especially when you get it right. I don't think the cultivating jobs are going to take very long at all, especially with the pro lander that we've got, because the width, especially on these small thin fields, is more than enough. I am really hoping that we're going to be able to come out and get some really good money coming in with these contracts. They don't pay a huge amount, but obviously ploughing contracts definitely do pay more than others because of the time spent doing them. I don't know if we're going to get some more fertilizing and spraying contracts coming in, but it would be nice if we did, just because we've got the materials there. We might as well use them now. We're not going too bad on maintenance either. Like, the Challenger is dealing really well with all the punishment we're throwing at it. And I think that whilst it would have been nice having a 3-point attacher on the front of it, it's not a bad choice for what we're doing here, and the equipment that we're using doesn't seem to be doing it that much damage, which is always good. Again, we'll get to 20k, and then once we get to 20k, we will have some more loan. We've obviously got the interest on the loan going out. We've got the interest on the leased equipment that we've got. I'm trying to decide if I want to maybe get a harvester, but leasing a harvester out for 18 months is, one, going to be really expensive, and two, is probably going to put us on the back foot and not really be that useful. Like, we're going to use it for a couple of contracts and then that'll be it. However, leasing it later on, or even buying one later on when we have our own fields, is going to be much more viable. I think realistically what we might want to be looking at is maybe getting a hoe, so we can do all the hoeing contracts, because they do pay really well and the machine themselves do run quite fast. It's whether the hoe is going to be enough for us to run with the Challenger. I don't know. I'm conflicted, and we'll see how we get on. But the satisfying nature of cultivating the land and seeing it change and the way that it changes is never going to get old for me. Okay. With misbits, we're not being wholly, totally, perfectly accurate, but you know what? I'm okay with that, considering the fact that it is just a contract. It's not my field, not my problem. As long as we get the contract to 100%, I'm pretty happy. And until we get the ability to change how much of the contract needs doing and stuff, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Does look really good on the field, doesn't she, Aim? I'm also hoping that tonight the doggos behave. They were a little bit yappy last night. Obviously, that would be Friday for you guys when you were watching this video. But they seem much more settled, which is good. Around. The good thing about doing a cultivating contract is it's really easy to see where you've missed. So if you do need to go back and do something else, you can. And you can see it and you can get to it really quickly and easily, which we like. And around again. These lines are a little bit odd because of the nature of the beast, if you like. The fact that we're running at 6.5 meters or 7.5 meters, and the field is just a little bit wider than that, means that there is a little bit of overlap. But I think we'll be alright. I don't think we're going to have to do too much more than what we already have. I have to be careful when I'm leaning on my Logitech. Whenever I lean on it, I tend to push a button and then I speed up time, slow down time, or hit the pause button or something. Need to stop doing that. Bad for my health. Bad for the game. There you go. Contract finished. Nice and easy. So, we've got 28 in field 9. I know field 9's up here. 28's down there. That's nice and quick and easy to get to. This is one of the reasons why I really like Zielonka. It's such an easy map to navigate. It's a little bit harder this time around because I've changed all the numbers from 22. I'm constantly having to remind myself. But I'm learning slowly. Or re-remembering, retraining, whatever you want to call it. It is a little bit upsetting that the AI have let all of these crops go to wither, but considering I haven't been able to do any of the harvesting contracts, I'm really not that surprised. Careful not to go over the crops that we do have available. The good thing, I suppose, is with the equipment that we have got and the equipment that we have leased, we've always got wood transport. I don't know how enjoyable that will be for you to do, and I'm not a huge fan of deadwood contracts. They're okay if you've got like a wood chipper to make that money off of them. But it is a lot of effort exerted, whereas obviously doing a cultivating contract or whatever, it's in, round and done. Whereas wood transport, because I've got the dual joysticks, do tend to pay really well and are fairly quick. I've made enough money on another one of my saves that I play on stream to get a lot of equipment this last 2 days, whilst we're in winter just doing wood contracts. It's going to be really interesting to see what direction I take with this playthrough. Yep. That is not the headlands I wanted to do, but sure. I hit the button I was turning my wheel. I am professional. The most professional Let's Player you ever did see. And then field 9 is just across the way. That's not too far to get to either. Again, makes life much, much easier to get done what we're trying to do. Also weed on all these fields as well, which is weird because you get so many like weeding and hoeing contracts, and then you end up with a load of fields with weed on them anyway. But the AI just don't care. They don't have any pride in what they're doing, you know? And around. more rows. This one's a little bit wider than the other one, but I think we've actually been a bit more complete with it, especially with the way that I'm going around the edges to do the turnaround. And I know I should probably be lifting the cultivator to do it all realistically, but who's got the time for that, man? Who's got the time to sit and like lift it when I can just leave it going forwards and turn around that way? It's fine. We're looking at 2 more runs. Yeah, 2 more runs. 2 quick and easy runs. Well, 1.5. It'll say complete before we even get halfway up the next one. And around. That's 7. 98. 99. 100. There you go. Right. Off to field 9, and then that's all 3 cultivating jobs that we've got so far. There might be some more that have come up, but we'll see what's available. We'll collect all these, and then we will, again, pay off some more loan. We always want to be making at least 10 grand a day or 10 grand a session. Slowly chip away and get rid of that horrible 1 million that we've got sat there waiting. Nobody got time for 1 million in debt. And the sooner I can get the debt paid off, the sooner we can start buying land. Once we start getting land, then we can start making some serious cash and making the use of the equipment we've leased. By the 18 months in game, we can then start returning the equipment and buying new. What is bad is I haven't actually worked out when I need to return things. I know it's it's 18 months from August for most of it, and then the cultivator, which we got this month, is going to be 18 months from September, but I can't math, and I don't know when that's going to be. So if you're in the comments, let me know when 18 months from August is and 18 months from September, so I know when I need to be returning things, and hopefully we'll be able to be buying new. Of course, I don't have a CD yet, and we're probably going to get a load of sewing contracts, which means I'm going to have to lease some stuff out for sewing and things. So we might be screwed. We might be screwed for a while. We will have to see. Field 9's a really nice shaped field. When I played this on 22, I merged all of these fields. Made one massive one, and I think I planted cotton on it to run the spinnery through. That was good. That was a real big money earner. So once I know, or once we start getting land, then I can really start planning. I'm probably not going to go down the cotton route as much as I really want to. But the main reason that I can't remember if you can actually buy the spinnery on this map yet, because you had to buy your own last time. And also, cotton harvesters are not cheap. In fact, any of the harvesters are not cheap. And that's going to be an issue. We need to do this cheap. So it might just be straight up wheat, barley, all the rest of it. Hopefully being able to buy a grain mill of some description. Oopsie daisy. Challenger sounds so good. So very good. All of the old tractors that they've got in the game sound really, really good and different. We just need more of them. I will be adding mods to the save as and when they come out, if they're good, like old school tractors and stuff like that. Because they will give me a really nice option once the lease of these have ended. Hopefully get a nicely powerful tractor for not a lot of money. But we'll have to wait and see. That's a long, long way off. We are 2 months in. Well, 1 month and 2 days. 1 month and 2 days. So what I will say is I am very, very ready for the warmer months where I've not got the heating on. I can have a window open to get some nice fresh breeze and not feel like my nipples are about to be falling off. Yay, and around we go. That is the main reason why I yawn so much. Again, I need to say this. Not because I'm bored. It's not because I'm not enjoying myself. It's purely and simply the fact that the air quality in this house is not great. Got the heating on because it's winter and it's cold. I'm in an enclosed space, so it gets very, very warm. Makes me just want to curl up and go to sleep. It's just a thing. Yeah, at the same time, I really want to play the game. So that's what we're doing. For those of you over here on the YouTube that didn't see, by the way, I did post what my schedule is going to be in 2025. So Monday to Thursday is going to be Farm Sim over on this channel. And then Fridays, starting from the week that you're watching this, because it should be Monday when it goes live, I will be doing ETS, and I'll be streaming ETS over on Azraels Gaming, which I do believe is linked and or tagged in the description of this video. If it's not, let me know and I will add it. And then I'm still deciding whether I'm going to stream on YouTube for the subathon or not. Because it's going to be easier if it's just the one channel, I think. With the way that I'm changing games and everything. So I think for that special event, it would make more sense to just stream to Twitch. So that's what we're going to do. I've decided. Now then. I am also keeping an eye on Just About, which is a website I've been using and stuff for content ideas. Videos that I can make and guides I can do and stuff. So there may be the odd thrown in video here and there if I get a good idea for something. But these Let's Plays are not going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to do this Zielonka playthrough. I want to see if we can actually end up with like map domination and see what's happening with it. But obviously if new maps come out and stuff, I might do some playthroughs on there instead and map tours and things. Lots to look forward to in 2025, as well as any DLCs that come out and stuff. I will, of course, be covering them as well. But for right now, we've almost finished the last cultivating contract. We will take those in. Take the money. We are losing money hand over fist with all of the leasing that's coming in. So we really need to get our act together right now, because this is where the leasing is going to kill us. We've got lease costs. We've got the loan that we need to pay off. It is starting to hit us in the wallet right now. Watching the money go down. We've lost 6 grand already and still going. We're about to make most of that back up, but I thought I had already done. There we go. Right then. Okay. So we have got a couple of fertilizing contracts there, which is good. Like I say, the hoeing contracts do really pay well, as do the mowing. So I am tempted to take a mowing contract as well. And then we've got the ploughing. I think we'll do the ploughing first and see what's left with these after. Because I really do think that the ploughing contract is going to take an age. Okay, here we go. Finally using this plough for the first time. Let's see what pattern we're going to be using. Lots of headlands. We're obviously going to be going into the middle first. Just a case of which middle we're doing. I think that one there is a good place to start. Now, obviously, it's not going to be perfect because we only need to do some of it. We don't need to do all of the field to get paid, which is somewhat frustrating when you spend as much time as you do making it look as beautiful as you can. But it's just part and parcel of it. Like I say, the land deformation and the furrows in 25 really do make it stand out as just something incredible. Lots of turning, lots of lifting so as not to make a mess. 25 does a very, very good job of showing you the sloppy ploughers from the non-sloppy ploughers. It really, really does. So we are going to go in from this line. And away we go. It's mad when you think that we're going over crops and ploughing them directly in. Like, not even mulching it first. Not even getting rid of the old crop. Just, nah, plough it in. Hey, I don't care. Most time-consuming jobs. But in 25... possibly the most satisfying, and I will not be taking questions at this time. That is what I think. One of the questions I get asked most is, why do you turn the plow? And the reason is that if you don't, you end up with just a really big gouge throw thing that looks really unsightly and doesn't look very good at all. So you turn the plow so that the plow closest to, or the spade closest to your wheels takes out that furrow and leaves it, well, looking the same as the rest of them, like that. Makes it all nice and level and not sloppy or horrible or anything. Not everybody turns their plow. Let that sink in. Okay. Turn the plow again. I don't think this is actually going to take me as long as what I thought it was going to. I always forget just how forgiving being on Zielonka is with how short and small the fields are. Whilst I've got a moment of your time and we are ploughing, I just want to take a second to remind you that I am actually being sponsored this month by Monopoly Go. If you would like to help support the channel, you can click the link in the description down below, click the game and download it on your phone using my link and play through. It's that easy. Supports the channel, completely free to play. Monopoly Go is pretty fun as well. Oh, that hurt. I'm leaving that in because that was a really aggressive sneeze. All about making sure that this gouge here on the right isn't anywhere else except for on the end of the field. That's the plan. Whether it works like that or not, I don't know, but that is the plan. And up. And down we go again. It does, again, I've said this before, but the game has done scaling so much better this time. Like, everything feels right-sized. In 22, everything felt a bit off. The machines felt a little small. But just doing the ploughing here and seeing how deep and how tall the ground is and stuff when you've left it just gives you a proper feeling of scale and size and makes you realize that, yes, fields and crops specifically grow very, very tall and machines are incredibly big, and standing next to one IRL makes you feel very, very small. It sort of hits all of those nails on the head sort of thing. Almost done the lengthways bit. Then we can make it all nice and neat with the crosshairs and then get really angry when we go across and it finishes and won't let me finish it off, and there's a nice little square in the bottom corner of the field that isn't done, and you can all tell me how annoyed it makes you. But don't worry, when it does come to my own fields, we will be doing it properly all the way. Or until I'm in a position where I can buy again, at which point I will probably just get the Lizard MT6. It's a little cheaty, but I don't care. By that point, I'll have enough money to not care, and we'll have far too many fields to just sort of not need something good to do it with. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is so satisfying. I could sit here and plow all day with how satisfying it is. And it's interesting because in 22, I actually hated it. Until we got hold of the John Deere 7910, which is still one of my favourite of all time. It just is. But yeah, there's something about the way it works in 25. I don't know whether it's the land deformation. I don't know whether it's the fact that scaling is so much improved. I don't know whether it's just more satisfying. But I get I scratch an itch I didn't know existed when I do ploughing in 25. Just feels good to do, you know? And we've got to keep an eye on the sky, haven't we? Because it's nearly 5 o'clock. I think we've got until 6. I think in September we get until about 6. But we do have to keep an eye on that sky as well. That is less than ideal. Can we get it done before the night sky? Now, luckily, we are okay. We've got like 50 hours-ish on all of these contracts, so I'm not going to lose money on any of them, and it's why I'm being very selective about when and how I take them, so as not to have to cancel them and lose them because they expire. But generally speaking, all of the contracts that are up right now are fine. We are cracking on. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you are a proper plower, if you do it properly, if you do the turning and you go from the inside and come out so you get nice, neat lines all around, or whether you are just around, or whether you just go from the outside in, whether you turn your plow, whether you don't care, whether you've got no time for it. I need to know what sort of a plower are you? Such a good view. That sun needs to stay up a bit more, though. Needs to stay higher in the air. Just does. Drone trailers on offer, but I can't buy anything. Can't buy anything because I've leased it, which means I've essentially shut off discount store to me for the next 18 months. And that's less than ideal because there's going to be some really good deals in there that I'm not going to be able to take advantage of. And that is going to make me big sad. But on the plus side, we've paid back the money from leasing. We've managed to earn that from cultivating, which means we should be, once I take this, be able to then pay off some more of the loan and do some more contracts. Hopefully pay off another 5 grand. Up to like 930, I think we're on right now. 950, 930, something like that. Halfway through the field, though. Definitely takes longer than doing fertilizing, no way. But I couldn't keep putting this off anymore. I was like, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. I'll keep putting it off, I'll keep putting it. Nah, I can't do that anymore. We need to get this contract finished. We need to claim it. I should have started from one end of the field and gone to the other. But screw it, we're here now, it's fine. we're here. We started, we'll just crack on. Looks so pretty and neat. And we like pretty and neat. Oh, lifted too early. Premature lifting, friends. That's less than ideal, that. That's not what you want. Premature lifting. Oofed. They end up with a messy field, that. Two inches can make all difference. Couple of inches can definitely make all of the difference. It's the last thing you want to do. And down we go again. Like the land deformation there, look, where I've driven over the field. It's like, nope. Ruined my perfect piece of artwork. That's what's happened there. Ruined my perfectly beautiful piece of artwork. We're only just like, it's so crazy to me that the headlands is so much of the contract. You can sit and do a headlands and you'll be 40-50% way through after one way round. Like, the percentages in 25 really don't make that much sense to me, and I don't know if it's because I'm dumb or if the way that the AI sort of works it out makes no sense. I'm not sure. I've never really cracked the code. But we're going for it. And as long as I've worked it out right, we should end up with the plow facing the edge of the field. So essentially facing the wrong way, but it gives you a really nice clean edge as a result. That's what we're aiming for. Pay no mind to that. Pay no mind to that at all. That random sound you just heard? Nothing important. Okay, we there? We're there? We're good? Yep. Yes. Making light work of this. We've actually done really well. Like, we've got a lot further than I thought we were going to. And... Whoop. Go. So very close to the end. Then we'll come back and we will sort the other side out, and then we can get the two headland bits done. The thing that I do like about Zielonka is because it's so very open like this, you don't need the headlands realistically. You could probably get away without them because you've got plenty of room to move and turn around. Obviously, I've got crop destruction on, which means when it comes to doing my own fields, I'm going to have to be very careful with what I'm doing. But for contracts, obviously, crop destruction doesn't play a part, so it's not a huge issue anywhere else. Okay. Boop. Wait for it to finish turning. Reline it up. Reline it up. Down we go. And we did, in fact, do it the correct way, because look at that. Nailed. Nailed it. All of them pesky things. Now we've got a really nice edge to the field. We'll go around, we'll do the other side, and then we'll do the edge. And it's going to look so good. Or at least it would if it let me complete the entire thing. Then it would. Then it'd look fine. All the way to the end. Beautiful. Like here, if this was my field, I'd be rolling all over the crops and ruining them. So I am going to have to be a little bit careful. Now we don't need to turn the plow because of the direction we're going in. You always want the plow facing outwards. Unless you're doing the outer edges or you're starting in the middle like I did. So you don't always want it on the outside. Just do what I did. It's fine. Or buy the Lizard MT6 and get the 12 meter variant. Or wait until the John Deere 7910 makes its way into the game. Or just use a subsoiler and don't do contracts. They're your options. You play the game how you want to play, but if you want a nice, neat field like this is the way to do it. This sunset is very pretty. I think we might actually get away with it until about like 8, maybe. I can still see the sun up top. Like, it's quite high. It is getting lower, but it is quite high still. Again, very pleased with how quickly we've got through this field. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. And I'm very glad that it hasn't taken a lot longer at all. They're not very level fields, though. They're very lumpy bumpy. So if you are using a plow or anything like that, you're probably going to want either a very heavy tractor or a tractor with a bit more oomph when doing these fields. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. And this is where having the right gearbox comes in. Like, obviously, this is a power shift gearbox, which isn't ideal for hills. But because we've got nearly 100 horsepower more than what we actually need for the plow, it's actually okay. Like, it's handling it more than fine. But if you're using something that has barely enough horsepower to do it, you're going to struggle on hills in some of these fields, especially if you've got a power shift. So you either want something that's about the same horsepower but with a variable CVT, so you can get through those gears easier and make those hills much calmer and smoother, or you want to just overload with power so you don't have to worry about it. This is what we've done here. We have overloaded with power so we don't have to concern ourselves with it. But we're up to 90%. Perfect. So again, we're going to go in the middle. I actually want that the other side. We do not need to turn it. And actually want to... line this up. Because I want it to go all the way across. Come on, give me the other line. There we go. Sonny. Right, we're going to have to freeball this then. Until we get up to the point where we can then lock in the... there, like that. It'll be worth it, I promise. It'll be worth for how it comes out. Even though it doesn't look very straight when you're looking at it, it looks like you're going at an angle. Trust me, it's fine. I promise you it's fine. So the way the Headlands actually wants you to do it is a little bit different. It wants you to do this bit first and then go down the other side. But we're not doing that. Because I think it looks better like this. And what I say goes. Easy. And then I know we've got some sunlight left, but I think we're going to rest up after I've got this done. Because we are on 6:30, so it is getting a little darker. And then we've got a nice, fresh day ahead of us. Yep. And because the lines are getting closer and closer to the end, it's actually getting easier to line up. But look at how pretty and neat that looks, right? Look at how low that sown skin. I don't know how I've got a gouge there, but it's fine. We have a gouge. It's all good. It's not my field, not my problem, even though I want it to be perfect. Fine. On the whole, this field looks absolutely incredible. Been ploughed to perfection, and then when I complete it, and the AI changes it so that it's all done, it'll be done completely different, and I'll be upset. Because they'll have ruined it. They'll have ruined my hard work. I'm going to want it this way round. Okay, and we lower. And we go. You give me the other line. There it is. Can I get it finished before it goes dark? The sun is still up, but she is setting. Gone to like 7 o'clock, so we've got to do literally like 4 rounds. Beautiful. Oh my word, it don't like it, does it? It don't like this. Bit bouncy. Bit up and down. Beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, let's see how good it looks on the field. With none of the UI. Let's see how good she looks when she's just rolling. When she's just rolling with it. She looks very good like that, although I can't help but feel like I have missed my thing. For some reason, it decided to unhinge itself. "97. The sun is still up." I'm gonna be so annoyed if we can't get this in time. Speed and power. 98. Sun is still there. It's still above. For like 15 minutes before it goes under. 98. Oh, game, why you like this? Why you like this game? Race against the clock. "99. Got 11 minutes left. Done. We did it. We did it. And just in time as well. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna complete the contract, and we're gonna sleep until September 3rd and see what is available for us and what we're gonna get done. Yes, I know the yard is an actual mess. This is a bit of a risk because obviously I don't know what's going to go before do the thing. So let's rest up. 8 o'clock, I think, or is it 7? 7 is sunrise in September. If not, we can just speed up time until it is sunrise. Yep, sunrise is fine. There you go. So we've got 20 grand, which means we can, in fact, pay off some finances. Pay 5 grand off. We're up to 930, so I was right. Let's have a look at what contracts we've got available and how long we have left on them. So we've got 40 hours on all these. We've got loads of cultivating we can do. We're going to nab them. Is that 54? Oh, 48. Ooh, big boy. 7 grand. That is huge. So already the cultivator is paying for itself. We've got loads of fertilizing we can take. We'll get them done as well. Fertilizing contracts just keep coming. Of course, that is going to cost us money to get sorted. We've got 2 spraying contracts as well. We can take those. And then that should see us well. So we're going to have lots to do. We're going to have lots and lots to do. We've got a lot of money sat there. If we can get all this done, use those to pay for the fertilizer. 1 can should be enough to get all that done unless we've got loads left. And then again, I think we've got some herbicide left as well. This is a really good position to be in. The money from those alone should pay off 2 more lots of the loan, which is good. So I think that's a really good place to leave it. We haven't got that much done this episode because, again, that ploughing just took so much time. But honestly, I'm really happy with where we're at, and the contracts we've got available right now are automatically fantastic. What I am going to do is I'm going to shut the engine off because I don't want to waste all my fuel. So, on that note, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.